A very good afternoon to you all and welcome from me, Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, to Lunchtime News here on UBC TV, and it is Tuesday, the 15th day of October 2024. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. Now, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres commended Uganda and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's leadership role during the recent Summit of the Future, which culminated in the adoption of a pact for the future involving a global digital compact along with a declaration on future generations. The message from the UN Secretary General was delivered by Uganda's permanent representative at the UN, Ndejje University, to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at State House Entebbe.
I was here to brief the President, His Excellency the President, on Uganda's chairmanship of the Group of 77 and China. It has been 8 months since Uganda was elected to chair the group, and we have achieved a lot. I also delivered a message from the UN Secretary General thanking the President for his leadership and for Uganda's leadership in the recent concluded negotiations on the Pact of the Future, which the Group of 77 led, and the outcome will shape the future of multilateralism at the UN and other international institutions. So Ugandan leadership has been impactful, and the milestone of the Pact of the Future will go in history as one of the major achievements of Uganda's chairmanship of the Group of 77. In addition, Uganda, as a chair of G77 and China, has been leading negotiations on climate change, and as we speak, there are over 50 negotiators of the Group of 77 gathered in Kampala for a strategic retreat to prepare for COP29 in Baku, where decisions that will impact the future of tackling climate change will be decided, especially the issue of funding. The Global South want those countries, those developed countries that are responsible for the climate crisis to pay. This will be the year of finance, and the Global South wants finance that is free of debt, that is big. We are talking about trillions of dollars to address the historical injustice done to the Global South due to global warming, where the Global South really is not responsible for most of the pollution. So Uganda's chairmanship will be ending this year on a high note with COP29, but Uganda will continue chairing NAM, Non-Aligned Movement, for the next 2 years. And Uganda is the only country that has chaired both forums that represent the Global South at the international scene.
Now, the Uganda National Examinations Board, UNEB, has reminded head teachers who have not yet submitted marks for the continuous assessment and projects that the deadline is the 30th of October this year. Now, some heads of schools we interacted with at the start of Uganda's Certificate of Education examinations say their teachers are still entering the marks but express hope to submit before the deadline. Others say that they had a challenge with the system, but currently work is in progress. Now, some of the candidates we interacted with on continuous assessment were ignorant or on how these marks are going to be compiled, but expect to have a good performance in the continuous assessment that accounts for 20% of their final mark.
Regard, we would like to inform all heads of centers that the deadline for submission of continuous assessment scores is the 30th of October 2024. The CS scores shall contribute 20% to the overall assessment of the learner. Candidates who will not have CS scores shall not be graded by UNEB. We therefore want to urge the parents and the heads of centers to ensure that they do submit all the scores by October 30th before the deadline.
Of the deadline, because some of our teachers have not entered the marks, but majority have. We are just remaining with around 3 teachers I just pray that by 30th we are in position to submit to UNEB. And I believe we shall be in position to do that, because there is that condition that if a student doesn't have that percentage from the courseworks or from the assessment done at school, they will not be graded.
For the assessment results, those ones we've been giving the learners the assessment work in phases from senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, even senior 4. So the results are ready, and we are just working upon it in the system. However, the software which was originally given to us wasn't accepting our work, but at least we got a new software and we are entering all the data in the system. So by 30th, everything will be done.
My expectation in the first one, which carries the 20%, I know I'm not sure of, is because the government, the teachers, they have not told us how they are going to divide it, because the 20% contains a lot of things. Contains the project, contains the class assessments, contains the other work. So I'm not sure of the 10%, asking for the 80% to make sure that I do it well, because I don't know what is for the 20% of the assessment.
I expect good grade scores. I've been doing the continuous assessments. Every time that our teachers have been assessing us, we've been working so hard to get more marks on the continuous assessment so that we can add on this one, on the 80% we are working for.
Now, members of the public have been called upon to join Uganda's Foreign Minister's address as they celebrate the third annual address at Fairway Hotel later today. Now, this was said by the Chief Executive Officer, Katana Francis, while addressing the media at the Media Center. Karuhanga Christopher, the External Foreign Relations Officer, says that Ugandan Foreign Minister's address plays different key roles, including articulation of certain things, whereby stakeholders in different foreign ministries come together to exchange views on current trends, including foreign and regional integration, peace and security. Take a watch.
Debate, information sharing, and so on and so forth. So we agreed with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. We are an independent membership organization. We are not part of government. But we agreed that we can offer the ministry a platform through which the Minister of Foreign Affairs can engage and share information and interact with those in Uganda who are stakeholders in foreign policy, foreign relations of Uganda. So essentially, this is the gist of today's event. We have it annually. We host the minister. We are a little bit interrupted by COVID. But after COVID, we have again started we hold quarterly public dialogues, and I'm sure some of you have heard about them. We have public dialogues with the universities. We engage in research in different areas. We partner with other groups. Now, our membership is basically, we are free.
And the media attend. So we put this in place, first of all, because it provides a forum for the foreign minister to articulate a number of things. First of all, Uganda's foreign policy to the media and the general public. Second, it brings together all key players in the country to make an active participation in the narratives that shape Uganda's foreign policy.
Now, the National Union of Disabled Persons of Uganda, NUDIPU, has called upon Uganda National Bureau of Statistics to make further analysis of the disability statistics and justify the reduction in the percentages. According to NUDIPU, the reduction of the percentage from 12.4% as of 2014 to 5.7% in 2024 is a misrepresentation of numbers of persons living with disabilities. Now, the 2014 Population and Housing Census indicated the total population of persons with disabilities stood at 12.4%. Now, this percentage did not include persons living with albinism, hard of hearing persons, and persons with epilepsy. Now, with the addition of other types of disabilities as per the 2024 census, NUDIPU contests the results released by UBOS.
Statistics on disability should further be analyzed to provide a clear disability prevalence based on districts to inform disability-based programming, disability inclusion efforts, and resource mobilization.
Having misrepresented numbers is that we are going to be seen to have reduced, which is not true. When we go to the communities, the number of people with disabilities has actually become bigger, it has increased. Wherever you pass, we have created awareness and told people to bring people with disabilities out of the houses, to bring them to the public, and indeed people are there. So if we say that the number has reduced, the government is going to imagine that 5.7 is a number that they can ignore, so they will not plan for them, they will not budget for them, they will not even think for any innovations around the 5.7 because they see it's a number that they can as well do away with.
Based on the figures of the 2014 housing and population census that pointed to 12.4%, a decision was taken by government that under the parish development model, persons with disabilities would benefit 10% of those funds. So by implication, if you now come up with a smaller figure, the argument will be why is 5% getting 10% of these funds? So automatically, it will imply a revision downwards, which will really affect persons with disabilities.
Lunchtime News will now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Winning requires the stamina of a lion. But most important today, it requires that you carry that water to the top of the hill. However, you must use a spoon. Take the water now. Go, run, climb up the hill. 72 spoons. Faster, go, go. Winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Uganda, are you ready to kick things up to the next level? The Uganda National Lottery brings you Sports Take 10. Predict the results of 10 football games and win big. With tickets at only 500 shillings, join the fun and make your predictions count with Sports Take 10. Sports Take 10, your ticket to football glory.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day. Yeah, yo, baby, don't go.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN Voice Bundle.
bundles. Call all networks. Kube Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the MyMTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Junko. Yo. Wachiko. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Uganda, haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Junko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better.
PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Hey kids, we're going to count today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enjoy 5 ways to love your baby, smoothen and protect your baby's skin with 5 new gentle formulations. Original to nurture your baby, aloe vera to protect your boo-boo skin, cocoa butter to comfort your pinkly, mild scent to soothe your little one, and avocado to soften your buju skin. Available in all supermarkets, retail shops, and cosmetics shops near you. Move it, baby jelly. All day confidence.
Welcome back from that break, and this is Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Now, the awareness campaign against non-communicable diseases has been taken to Kumi district in eastern Uganda with focus on diabetes, cancer and high blood pressure, among other ailments. The director, Kumi Orthopedic Center, Dr. John Ekure, says time has come for Ugandans to avoid and prevent what he terms diseases caused by doing nothing. This was at Nyero Health Center 3, where the President, Lions Club of Kumi Central, Dr. Susan Ekure, called for lifestyle change through body fitness routines. Henry Okrut reports.
To keep physically fit, this is what they do.
We have to exercise to keep fit.
And to stay healthy, organic foods as they are described are what they eat. These were the messages that the people of Nyero Town Council received at Nyero Health Center 3.
But with the liver, what alcohol does, it actually causes what we call liver cirrhosis. And after a while, the nodules in the liver can become cancerous, and you end up with what we call hepatocellular carcinoma or liver cancer per se.
Members of the Lions Club of Kumi Central were here to extend awareness against non-communicable diseases. The ailments affect not just the aged, but people of all ages. Here at Nyero Health Center 3, it is prevalent.
Usually we have been screening only those who have symptoms of diabetes. But now, most of the times, not everybody will have a symptom. Sometimes, by the time you realize, maybe it's an advanced stage.
There is also pediatric hypertension. Children can have high blood pressure. That's non-communicable. There are many obese children. Even in villages, doesn't mean when they are poor, they don't have what to eat. Sometimes they have a lot to eat, and all that they do is eat. Without exercise, you can end up with non-communicable diseases.
This is what makes this health camp just more than timely.
And when you follow the current trends, you'll find somebody has died
Then when you try to follow the history, you'll find like maybe somebody had pressure, somebody had diabetes, but didn't know they had the disease.
Common that when you have diabetes, it's likely that pressure may also float in. So we are doing all that as a package, including the body mass index checks for those who are interested.
And generally, we would like to make life of the community better.
Diabetes, high blood pressure and stroke remain some of the most common ailments associated with poor lifestyles, including lack of physical exercise. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Thanks, Henry Okrut, and of course, very interesting. And people should take care of their health. Exercising is very, very important. Now, the Executive Director, Worldwide Fund for Nature, Ivan Tumuhimbise, has said there is need to restore and conserve River Rwizi, which is an important river that is covering 12 districts and serving and benefiting over 2 million people. He explained that as Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF, that covers many countries and in partnership with Nile breweries for the last 5 years, has worked in Zambia, Tanzania, South Africa and Mozambique.
River Rwizi is an important river in this country, covering about 12 districts as we speak now, serving and benefiting about 2.5 million people. Therefore,
the Executive Director, Worldwide Fund for Nature, Ivan Tumuhimbise, asked stakeholders in environmental management to help improve the restoration and conservation of River Rwizi.
Make sure we're able to restore the river and is able to go back to its original nature, to be able to have enough water and good quality for serving the communities around, both the city and also the entire watershed.
This was at a meeting held at Igongo Country Hotel and Culture Center, Biharwe, Mbara, focusing at sharing experience and ideas on how to restore and conserve River Rwizi that is currently threatened with extinction.
So community sensitizations are very, very important, and we have also been doing community awareness campaigns together with the district, local governments and WWF and Nile breweries, to ensure that the people get to know that they need to participate in the conservation of the environment around them. So
the Deputy RDC, Mbara City South Division, Robert Kanusu, explained that government appreciates the Nile Breweries Limited and Worldwide Fund for Nature for their efforts invested in promoting environment sustainability in the country. He explained that as stakeholders are aware about the food system and food value chain in Africa is threatened because of the attack on the environment, which affected the traditional food value and food chain systems that comprises livelihoods of the communities.
Matafari in wetlands and destroying the ecology and the biodiversity of the city. We mean promoting sustainable environment, which will in the long run bring about proper urban ecology, which will bring about proper environment conservation.
Kanusu advised the public that when natural resources are protected, such as wetlands, people will be really sustaining life, which is the biggest security
restoration.
People need.
So we are so grateful that the Nile breweries are spearheading this campaign and the Worldwide Fund for these efforts, and we know that by 2025, by the next time, we shall be evaluating the achievements of the SDGs, especially on the pillar of environment, sustainability and climate. We shall have achieved a lot if we heed to their advice and this great campaign.
The Managing Director of Uganda Breweries Limited, Mr. Adurandi, says Nile Breweries Limited, in partnership with the Worldwide Fund for Nature, connected with Abine, an organization, have partnered to help implantable, tangible action across the riverbanks of River Rwizi to restore and improve the quality and quantity of the water.
Kilometers of the river stream. A big portion of what our teams have been doing is campaigning, educating, and helping the communities and the families that used to misuse the riverbanks for whatever activity that they needed, to be making them become agents
We really appreciate the stakeholders and the partners like Nile Breweries and WWF who have come to contribute to the restoration of this mighty resource, the Rwizi. But we know that just like it took us 15, 20 years to degrade it to this level, it will not take us just a few years to restore it.
We'll remain in Mbarara momentarily, where Biharwe Mixed Primary School in Mbarara City North is in urgent need of facilities. Recently, one of its 3 classroom blocks was severely damaged by strong winds, resulting in overcrowding and many students lacking adequate seating capacity. Now, established in 1965, the school currently serves over 600 pupils, as we hear in this story.
The Lions Club of Mbarara, with collaboration with doctors from Mbarara Referral Hospital, have conducted free eye screening for the students of Biharwe Mixed Primary School in Mbarara City. Joseph Kanyonyore, president of the Lions Club of Mbarara, emphasized their goal of enabling students to study without disruptions, whether reading from their books or the chalkboard.
As Lions, we treasure the health of our people, and as you know, we are there to work and help our people, our communities. In such a schools, we find people don't know that they are sick, and even if they are sick, they are not tested or they are not screened. There is no way how they can be helped.
Dr. Sister Nacha Annette from Mbarara Referral Hospital reported that many pupils are suffering from refractive errors and provided guidance for parents on how to address these issues.
Most of them cannot read well, and they occupy behind the seats, yet they are not seeing well. So, and the teachers, I think they have not yet taken that initiative of finding out who the children can read, how children can see. So we encourage the teachers to talk to the parents, maybe during holidays, to take their children to various eye centers where they can be checked.
The school head teacher, Ndejje Alex, expressed gratitude to the Lions Club for their support.
The team has come today and we are sure that they are going to help us identify those who have challenges on the site.
But also underscored the ongoing challenges facing the school. He wants government and well-wishers to assist in constructing facilities that can adequately accommodate both pupils and teachers.
Of recent, one of our structures has been blown off by wind. It was a 3 classroom block, and this has caused us a big challenge of congestion in the classes, because we have been using those 3 classrooms for our children.
Ndejje is seeking government intervention to provide new structures and address other pressing issues affecting the school.
We already made a report to the city council requesting for some kind of help in the case, but we haven't gotten any feedback from them. But we appeal to whoever is concerned and is willing, sure to help us and contribute towards the progression of that building.
Biharwe Mixed Primary School, established in 1965, currently enrolls over 600 pupils.
From Western Uganda, let's return to Central Uganda, where West Buganda Diocese Bishop, Right Reverend Henry Katumba Tamale, has called upon Ndejje University graduates to have integrity in everything they will choose to do after leaving university. Bishop Katumba Tamale made the call while leading service at Ndejje University graduates commissioning a ceremony held at Ndejje University City campus in Mengo, Kampala, at which he has been a chief celebrant. We have more in this story.
my friends, my relatives, some of my parents said, don't you know the English expression? As poor as a church mouse? Ogenda kubera mwavu nkupe ngemmese y'omukanisa. I don't believe that this answer was by blood and flesh. God gave it to me. I said, but life is not all about money. Life is not all about money. Tell that to your neighbor. Life is not all about money. Yes. Meaning, there is more to life than money. But that is not to say that money is not important. Money is important. But there is more to this life than money. Kati mwabagenda okutikkirwa temubugutana na sente. Mutye Katonda temubba. Tujja kuswala nnyo nga bwe baatikidde nga bava mu Ndejje University nga bakutadde ku mawulire.
Encourage them to reflect through the life we've had based on our motto, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom, and encouraging them to stand on our values, the precious values, core values of integrity, hard work, fearing God and respecting others, and integrity. And we believe that through the time they've been with us and the time we've spent equipping them, engaging in community and the different practical internship experiences. God bless you. And the results are, this is also from us. 19, 2, 1, and go! Congratulations to you all.
And that story brings us to the end of this edition of Lunchtime News here on UBC TV. Thank you so much for having kept us company. I am Rwizi Edward Kijanangoma, wishing you a blessed afternoon and bon appetit.